Here are some things I wish I would have known before becoming a mom. Number one, pain. Being a mom, it is very, very painful. Even after the postpartum and after giving birth and after everything, because your hormones, they're going to try to come up with so many different things at the doctor's office saying that you have anxiety, you have depression. And most of the time, you don't even have those issues. It is natural to feel that way. You're overwhelmed. You're new to something that you've never done before. So it's okay for that kind of pain. And also, don't expect your epidural to work. Trust me, I know. When I had my oldest daughter, they did the epidural and they did really major nerve damage in my back. So that's one thing that is very hard, because after you get that nerve damage, because either way, getting an epidural, you're going to have nerve damage. So not only on top of your insides being uh, healing because you just pushed the baby out and your placenta got ripped out, and then you had the epidural. So that's another pain that a lot of mothers go through that people just don't understand. So a lot of people's like rest when the baby's resting. That's where the sleep patterns is a big issue. You're not always going to be able to sleep when the baby's sleeping. It's ideal, but when the baby is first born, the baby's pretty much sleeping all day. There's no way for you to sleep all day. It's just impossible. I know a lot of you have your own feelings about feeding. A lot of people's like, oh, you gotta breastfeed. That's the most natural thing, and formula is not good for your babies. And they just say a whole bunch of, not gonna say that word. Anyways, formula will not hurt your baby. It's been scientifically proven. If your baby has an issue with the formula, it's probably because they might be lactose intolerant or they need to get the added rice. There's multiple formulas out there. They even make goat milk formula for babies because of certain issues. Like, there's a lot to it. Like, if you don't feel comfortable breastfeeding, don't force yourself. Yes, it's good bonding, but it's very overwhelming. So don't expect to breastfeed. And buy different size nipples for your bottles. Wide nipples, small nipples, newborn nipples. Buy all of them. Yes, it's expensive, but you don't know what your baby is going to attach to. So you want to take it into consideration on how your baby reacts to all the stuff, because your baby is learning just as much as you are. Another big thing is a lot of new moms hate asking questions. Trust me, I did. Not only ask questions about things, but ask for help. You also have to take care of yourself. You can't just expect, gotta put my kids first, da 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 da. Well, what about yourself? Because if you're not keeping yourself healthy, how are you going to keep your own kid healthy? Yeah, your kid could be perfectly healthy, but what about you? You need to stay healthy so you can stay in their lives. Gotta really think about all that too. Another big thing is every baby is different. Milestone wise, feeding wise, sleeping wise. Every baby is different. There is no baby that is perfect out in that world. Trust me, because my oldest had colic from 3 to 9 months. That was a long 6 months of nonstop crying. My youngest, she literally slept through the night as soon as she was born. I didn't have to get up with her in the middle of the night. And if I woke her up in the middle of the night, she had an issue. And I got the okay from the doctor. If she slept all night, as long as she's getting her nutrients during the day and she's getting all of her feedings, it will not hurt for her to sleep all night. So that's just like how it's been for me. But every baby is different. Both of my kids have gone through special ed programs. Not because they absolutely needed the help, but because I didn't want them to struggle like I did in certain classes. So I had went through the nursing program where they come to your home throughout pregnancy and they work with the baby. And then while they're working with the baby after the baby is born, they're going to help you learn about you, your baby, and all the other things for new time moms. Which that program is through WIC. WIC is at DHS, which is a state funded program. So, with that being said, a lot of issues that happens in this world now is people's opinions. That's something that I've been working on for a while now. That was one thing that affected me with not only my motherhood, my kids, my relationships, and all that stuff. But are you happy with the way that you're raising your kid? Because if you're doing everything that everyone else says, is it you raising your kid or is it someone else raising your kid? They're not at home with you and your kid, so they don't know what routine works for you guys. So don't expect everything to be, oh, good and dandy, because people's going to complain no matter what. So do you and do what's best for you and your baby, because that's the only thing that really matters. And try and try and try to ask as many questions. Yes, people's going to give you their opinions, but you don't always have to take everything to heart. It's one thing that I've learned. But if you have any more questions or you want any more stories about what's happened that I've learned, please feel free to comment down below, because I am here to help, and it's a struggle. So, there you go.